Wilson, of course, the Flyers play at Kirkcaldy, his hometown, and he's here with their rosette. Yeah, you can't move the Geordies in blue and white and the tartan hordes of five, and the noise they can create can make a soccer crowd sound like Trappist monks. So, tremendous atmosphere for this first ice hockey classic of the season between two marvellously well-balanced sides. On a quick look at their respective squads, here are the Durham Wasps with that uncompromising defence, David Curl, Rowley Barris and Colin Campbell. They're big lads, uncompromising, and amongst the forwards we'll look out for number 1, Jamie Crapper, one of their imports, and the experience of Pete Johnson, their captain. Looking at the remainder of their squad, up front we'll look for Paul Tilley, another of their goal-scoring Canadians, and the nippy winger number 16, Ivor Bennett. Moving to the Fife Flyers, well, Jimmy Pennycook has played for all the Scottish sides. He's a nippy winger. We'll look for Dave Stojanovic, who used to play for Kalamazoo, goal-scorer, and in defence, Ron Plum, another of their expensive imports this year that have made such a difference to their squad. And looking again, we've got Gordon Latto up front, and big Danny Brown, number 19, recently scored 7 goals in one match. He'll be one to watch for up front for the Flyers. And there is referee Pete Lane, who may have a difficult job on his hand. These lads put themselves around, and Pete Lane will have to establish his authority very early on, otherwise it could just get a little bit out of control. And it's going to be Fife who have more whites in their blue livery than the big mean machine. There's the clock counting down the seconds. Away we go with Fife in the white and blue, playing from left to right as we look at it. And of course, Durham, the mean machine in blue, with the blue and gold hoops. Useful push pass. Signs of match pass this year, eyes are even. And that's cuts the fortuitous pass up to Johnson. Johnson inside here to Capper. Capper all on his own. Oh! There's Peter Johnson there, who found himself unmarked and wide away board the opportunity. Still Cooper. And again, it's Tilley, must be surely. Tilley picking up the pieces for Durham. And that's a goal after Roger to right, a little over a minute. Paul, let's have a look at it again.
Well, Tilley took advantage of a defensive error here. He comes in, watch him now. A lovely fake on the goalie. The goalie goes down in the butterfly position, and he dumps it into the open net.
Two back checks. And now Pennycook. And Pennycook out there. Right in front of goal, Pennycook. Oh! There was a tremendous move there with Gordon Latto supplying the pass, and it still might go in as Pennycook. And Durham are all over the place at the back. There's the engine room of the bench for Fife and some anxious faces on it. Ryan is Tilley. And has it right the way back there. And it's the same again. Somehow or other, Neil Campbell from Stojanovic, I think. Teach. And that's Gordon Latto. One of 2 brothers in this Fife squad, all the way back to the blue line. And that's a shot! My word! It's Dougie Latto who levels it all up. It's somehow got through there, but it's 1-1, and Dougie Latto has made it that way, Paul.
Well, the shot came from a point. It wasn't a hard shot, and I can't see how Campbell missed that. He must have been screened. I think one of his own players. Let's look at this again. The shot is a weak one from 60 feet away, and one of his own players skated right in front of him. Yeah, he's saying he throws his arms up and he said, look, I was screened, I didn't see that.
Stojanovic. Right here is Pennycook. Pennycook to Plum. Plum back to Pennycook. Pennycook way across there. Number 16, Gordon Latto. Still Latto on target. Comes back as far as Pennycook. Plum. Latto again. Latto to Plum, he's got time, and right in front there, somehow it's scrambled away. Here's Plum across to Latto. The shot is smothered again. Drama in the Durham defence. Pennycook leaving it here for Plum. Plum across to Latto. Latto shot, hit the piping. Still not clear. Pennycook back to Plum again, and that's gone right through. Right through the net childminder. Cole.
Dave, that went right between his pads. Let's look at that again. The pass comes behind. Plum doesn't even wait for it to stop. He lets go this wicked slap shot, but it goes right between Campbell's legs. Once again, Pennycook gets it back on the power play. Plum tees it up, and bingo, right between his pads.
Able to make real contact. Is Stuart Drummond. That's a good interception there. And there is the finish. It was Crapper. The interception came. Crapper took his opportunity, and that's 2-2 right at the top of the second period.
Well, this is a fantastic goal. Let's look at this. The pass comes from the wing. Crapper doesn't even wait for it to slow down. And look at that. He hits the top corner. There's no chance for the goalie. One more time. Tilley in the corner. Gets it out front. Both teams are at full strength. Look at this for a shot right in the top corner. Beats the goalie on the glove side.
First down on the 5th goal. The big man waiting back on the blue line. This kind of a pass will only find Eddie Lato. And now this is Crapper again. And that is little short of sensational.
Well, this is a lovely pass from Johnson. You can see he's taken out of the play, but he gets it over to Crapper. Crapper steps inside the blue line, and look at this slap shot. Again, right into that same corner. It's 3-2. Once again on the slow-mo, Johnson's taken out of the play nicely by the defenseman, but they've left Crapper all alone to take this shot. Wham! Right into that corner. Penalty is against Plum for hooking. You can see the signal there by Lane. So this gives the Wasps a chance to put the power play on once again.
Well, there's the incident again, Paul. Let's have a look at it.
Well, you can see the hooking. Hooking is, well, it's literally that. Just putting your stick under his armpit and hooking him, impeding his progress.
So the Durham crowd now urging on their Wasps. Have 2 minutes to apply power play tactics. Crapper leaving it. And the big men in blue are lining up right across here. Number 17, O'Connor. Good reverse pass. Drummond will be content to play it anywhere. Only as far as Crapper, who gets it way back here to Johnson. And that's an interception there. And it's Stoyanovich. And Stoyanovich is man on man. And he's missed it. And that was good goalkeeping. Smith. Stoyanovich again, while they didn't, has gone through. Desperate last minute check by Dave Curl against the board. Ryan is back. And again, Stoyanovich has taken it. So, well, that was a ferocious challenge. What a piece of checking. It must be a penalty, surely.
That's right, Dave. It's going to be a tripping penalty. And there goes the whistle. That's the signal from Peter Lane for tripping. Let's look at this again. You can see Stoyanovich has a breakaway down the side. His feet are taken right out from under him, and that's no doubt about it.
To the blue line, to Plum, to Abel. Deflected on Campbell in the Durham net. Moving in there, Pennycook gets it out. Good, sir. It's brambled off the puck. Now here's a chance, and it's Johnson. Johnson supplied the pass. It was Paul Tilley with the shot. And that again was an astounding goal. And so quick on the break, it is the Wasps.
Well, that was a good effort by Tilley. Tilley came up trumps here, picks up a second goal of the game. The Durham Wasps are one man down, but that didn't bother them. Beats the goalie who does a butterfly, but he can't stop that one. Once again, the break comes from just to the blue line. Tilley's clear at center ice. You can see that lovely pass. All he has to do is pick his corner, lets the shot go from 30 feet out, and there it is.
And with only 3 out players, here's a real chance for Fife to get back into this Bluecol Cup final. Plum playing across here to Abel. And the shot is blocked. This is Johnson. Now it's Tilley, number 18. Johnson, of course, number 8. Back here to Cooper. Going around as far as Ron Plum. Plum moving over the red line, over the blue line. Quite happy to play it way up ice. Neil Abel as Stojanovich number 9 available here. Stojanovich playing in the left wing position. He's gone through now. Brown out there trying to find Pennycook. A little over 4 minutes remaining. 5 for 1 of really getting something from this power play. Moving through here, Brown gets around Cooper, right in front here we've got Abel. Shot was on top, well saved, and I think Campbell has hurt himself in doing that.
And we're going to have another penalty on the play. This one's for interference. You see that signal there, the cross of the arms from referee Peter Lane.
You haven't got a number 8, have you? I'll ask him again.
Let's take another look at this. Brown makes a nice move to go around the defenseman. And he's the one who's getting the penalty. I think he interfered with the goalie, Dave. Let's look at this again. The puck comes out front. I have a feeling Brown takes Campbell's feet away from him. The shot way back at the point. And yeah, you can see the goalie is already down. Brown's done something to him, so he's going to spend 2 minutes in the box for interference.
Brown and Johnson waiting for the draw back here. Pete with the shot. It was blocked. And moving out purposefully. Stephen Johnson picking it back. And that's a tremendous shot. Here's Ivan Bennett. Johnson the assist. Bennett with another cracking goal.
Well, it's a good goal from Bennett. Excellent team play. Nice drop pass. And watch this guy, only 5'5". Bang, right between the legs there. Good goal by Bennett. Nice slap shot from about 20 feet out, and the goalie really didn't have a chance.
Colours with the goal trim now playing right to left. Stojanovich with his shot. Plum. And here is Crapper. And it's there. The light is on. Crapper at the second attempt. It looks like what it hit. The cross pocket once again. The Wasps have caught the Flyers with a sucker punch right at the start of the period.
Well, let's look at this again. Crapper goes in alone, picks up his 3rd goal of the game. He takes the shot. The goaltender makes a save, but he comes in for the rebound and hits the top of the net. This is Crapper's 37th goal of the Bluecol Cup final. Look at this. Takes the shot, a good save by the goalie, but he can't control the rebound, and Crapper sends it in.
Right. Stojanovich's shot. Sting is taken out of it. The sting was taken out, but Danny Brown was there to snap at the half chance.
Well, Brown has made it 6-4. Look, this is a bit of a hopeful shot from Stojanovich. It takes a ricochet. Looks like a routine save, but Campbell can't hang on to it. And Brown pokes it in underneath his glove. Once again, number 9 takes a shot from the blue line. It takes a bounce off a stick, but Brown is right in there, right outside the crease to put it under the goaltender.
Cracks against the prospects. Inside here is Pennycook right back here. Lato to Pennycook. Somehow the puck breaks for the Wasps in O'Connor. Once again Bennett right in front there. Oh, what an opportunity for Stephen Johnson. Stephen Johnson was right in front, but Donald again, the 5 hero.
was a key save by Don. Look at this. Johnson's right out there. 17-year-old tries to tip it over the goaltender. But Donald says, I'm not having any of that.
So now beginning to chip away for the Flyers. 8:18 remaining now. Stojanovic. Missed by Campbell. Stojanovic. There's a chance, and that is in there this time. And it was Danny Brown again picking up the pieces.
Well, now the score is 6-4. Stojanovic makes a good move, goes around the defenseman. It's a good save by Campbell. He comes out and blocks him here. Good save by the young goaltender, but Brown comes in. See, the defensemen get in each other's way, and he puts it in the top corner. 6-4 is the score. Once again, Stojanovic starts it off, goes around, comes in on a tight angle. The goaltender makes a good save, but in front is number 19, Danny Brown, and he jumps it into the top corner. Backhands it right into that corner.
Gunfight again. Pennycook. Yes, Pennycook trying to get hold of the puck right in front there. Here's Gordon Goodson with the shot. And the whistle goes. And it's getting pretty frantic.
We're going to have a penalty on the play, Dave. It's a hooking penalty. It looks like Goodser is going to go off for 2 minutes.
Number 2, White.
Number 2 for the Five Flyers. And Pennycook isn't too impressed with that call at all.
And there is Goodser. We can see what he thinks about it.
Let's see if we can pick this up on the slow-mo. The puck is centered in front of the net. The shot, I don't know how. This one, that bounced off the post. Well, Campbell got off lucky there. You can see Pennycook stick one up. He thought it was a goal.
The sounds of time running out for the Flyers. The Wasps are on their way. 12 seconds. Just listen to that noise. And their arms are aloft. The Dundee successors, Durham Wasps. Dundee, of course, had monopolised everything for so long, but now it's Durham's turn, and there are many in ice hockey who think that is poetic justice, because Durham, a little unlucky in the Heineken playoffs last year, have come back to London and they have won the Bluecol trophy, and they've done it with a fair amount of style and flair. Well, there's the final score, 6-4 to the Wasps, and the celebrations will begin up there in the northeast. Well, the rafters ring here at Streatham as veteran skipper Peter Johnson comes forward to collect the trophy from Mr. Martin Bell, General Manager of Lucas Electrical, accompanied by Fred Meredith there on the right of your picture, the President of the British Ice Hockey Association. And this must be quite a moment for the veteran skipper. The Wasps at last have won a major trophy, and there are few in domestic ice hockey who will begrudge them this moment.